let's learn to play the riff from Kids by MGMT and talk about how you can use staccato to bring it to life. This is a pretty straightforward riff. We're going to start on the 5th fret of the C string. We're in the key of D minor / F. So we're starting here on the F note. And then we're going to play 3rd fret, 5th fret on the E string. And then 3rd fret on the A string. And then 5th fret, 7, 5, 3, 5, and then 3. Okay, so and that's great. That's the notes, but like many things in music, just playing the notes is not gonna cut it. It's not going to make it sound right. So what you're gonna do to bring this to life, if we just play it straight, it doesn't really sound like the part, because the part is all staccato. Those last 2 notes are the only 2 notes that are held, legato. So you have to stop the remaining notes. And so the way that you can do this is with a lift mute, where you are basically losing contact with the back of the neck with your thumb. By lifting your thumb off, you're releasing your ability to press down with your fingertip. And what you're going for here is your finger to lift off the fret, away from the fretboard, towards the camera, off the fretboard, so that it just sits on the string as a mute. I'm not doing anything with my right hand. My right hand is just picking a straight note. And by releasing the pressure with my hand, by taking my thumb off the back of the neck, I'm releasing that note and I'm stopping that note, so that note becomes staccato. We can do this as fast as we want. And it's going to allow us to control the end of the note, which is arguably just as important as the beginning of the note. The beginning of the note tells you kind of where you're at in time, but the end of the note is what gives things groove. If everything just rings legato the whole way through, it's going to sound really super dry. So if you're playing through this piece, what you can do is you can lift mute every note up until the end. And that's a little different there. That's a little bit more legato. We'll talk about that in a sec. But those first few, so I'm lift muting each of these notes. And then here is more legato, holding those notes down. And to play that, I'm pretty much sliding from the 5th fret. I'm not often going to play that with each note attacked. You can, it sounds fine. But a lot of times I'll play that 5th fret there and then slide. Or you go 5th fret, pick the 7th fret and slide downwards. You can do it a couple of different ways. It all depends on articulation. This is why I love little melodies like this, because it allows you to really dig in and get inside what actually makes it sound good. Not just the notes. The notes are pretty straightforward. It's all just a box pattern with a reach. But getting it to be alive is really part of the trick and part of one of the main things that makes music sound good or not. It's the ending of the notes. And when I'm playing this, if I kind of switch gears into just stylistically the way I play, I'm usually going to be playing this with a flat pick style. So my thumb touches my index finger as if I was holding a guitar pick, and my index fingernail is going to be picking downwards on the strings like I was playing with a guitar pick, but it's built in. There's not actually, it looks like there's a pick, but there's not actually a pick. It's just a fingernail, but you play in a similar style. And if I'm doing that, A lot of times what I'm doing for my mute is I'm touching the side of my thumb back to the string. And where I'm gonna play that string again, a lot of times my index finger is coming back to touch on that same string to play it again. So I have sort of a redundancy mute happening. I'm doing my lift mute over here, but then I'm also bringing my right hand back to touch the string again to also stop the sound. And this is just an organic thing that happens over time. I've played this so much and played mute styles so much that it just kind of becomes second nature. You kind of do both things at once, so it's like guaranteed to always work, and it allows you to kind of sit into that rhythm pocket and get things, you know, more streamlined into that groove zone you want at the end of the note. All right, so both styles compared, if I was just playing with my thumb, simple style with only the lift, and then my style, that second one, it bites a little bit more because of the fingernail cutting through and just the way that I play it. I'm playing that in a band to try and keep up with drums and bass and guitar. So I'm trying to cut a little bit more as I play that. But it's one of those things to take, work on it, and don't focus on the notes. Focus on getting the little moments after the notes right so that it feels right. Everybody gets so hung up on like, what are the chords? What are the notes? It doesn't matter that much if you can't put them in a musical context and make the phrase sound good. That's why it sounds good. It's not because of the notes. The notes are whatever. It's the ending of the notes and how you kind of lean into them and get in and out of those notes that makes what's played sound good. I can't overemphasize that enough. It's about how you play the stuff, not the stuff itself. So take this, be patient with it, and play it really slowly so you can see what's happening with your lifts. And right here, I'm being mindful to hold the note the whole time. Play around with it. See what you get up to. Have fun.